comprehensive cancer support program at this point consists of about a dozen professionals who approach supportive care of cancer patients from a variety of different perspectives. For example, we have psychiatrists involved, there's a psychologist who's going to be joining the team soon, we've got several nurses, a nutritionist, people who are interested in integrative medicine, and what we've done is we've created an extended community of professionals who are going to try to address a whole range of different services that we think will significantly improve the lives of patients and family members who have cancer and who are treated here. We're going to have cancer survivorship clinics at Carolina Point 2, which is a satellite facility a few minutes away from the hospital. And we're also going to have clinics at the hospital itself to address some of these symptom management needs. One of the things that's unusual and wonderful about putting this program together here at UNC is that there has been buy-in from several different groups. There's the hospital and the Department of Psychiatry and Lineberger Comprehensive Cancer Center, and there's funding sources to bring together a team of individuals who are dedicated to trying to make the cancer experience a little bit less difficult. What I'm struck by time and time again is that most people with cancer cope with this with their own resources pretty well. But a significant minority of people who have cancer really struggle quite a bit at different times, and they may struggle with pain or sleeplessness or anxiety or depression or changes in their appetite or difficulties with relationships or sexual dysfunction and so on. What we're trying to do is we're trying to put in place systems where we can evaluate patients at different times and in different settings within the cancer center to ask them how they're doing and to identify what those needs are, and then to match people up with those providers and those professionals who can help them address those problems. We're out at Carolina Point 2 right now, and we're in a room that is dedicated for lymphedema therapy. Lymphedema therapy is a type of physical manipulation for individuals who have swelling in their extremities. It's a common problem that happens after treatment for cancer. In this space out at Carolina Point 2, we have one room that's dedicated for lymphedema therapy. We've got another room for massage therapy. We have individual consultation rooms for individual psychotherapy and family therapy and couples counseling. We have an examination room for treatment of pain and other symptoms. Right now we are in what we're calling the studio at Carolina Point 2, and this is a multi-purpose space that is going to be used for a whole variety of different services. For example, this is a wide open space, and we're going to be using this for exercise classes, for yoga classes. We're going to be able to have lectures for the community. We're going to partner with some of our colleagues in the community to provide educational services for cancer patients and their families. We'll be able to have educational programs for oncologists and other clinicians. In addition, we're going to use this space for our telemedicine program. And so you can see behind me we have a large screen with a high-definition camera that will allow us to connect with several of the outreach clinics that UNC has been building throughout the state of North Carolina. We've got programs down in Dare County and in Asheville and in Eastern Carolina, and the idea is to be able to have educational programs and clinical services that can be provided to remote sites, since it's so difficult to get expert help out to various far reaches in North Carolina. What excites me most, without question, is that I'm a firm believer that in certain circumstances the whole can be greater than the sum of the parts. There have been many different supportive services that have been provided to cancer patients and their families at UNC for quite a long time. This is the first time that we've had dedicated space and appropriate space for these activities. We're bringing together many different departments, many different disciplines, and there is a certain kind of fermentation that's happening in terms of new ideas about how we can serve cancer patients better. We've got a variety of different approaches that we haven't thought about before. There's great creativity and energy, and I think people feel like the time has come for being able to address in a really meaningful way and in a more substantive way what some of the psychological and wellness needs are for our patients and our family members.